Yo, thank you for tuning in to No Flag Radio. I'm your host, P. Saying what's up to y'all. Today we talking about don't be making no damn gun laws. Just profile white identity extremists. First of all, I want to say, yo, I hope y'all all enjoyed y'all's break. For those that took a break, took some days off or whatever. I just did what I saw the OGs do. A few of the OGs in the black media took a little break. I said, fuck it, I'm going to take a break. The OGs took a break. I'm going to take a break too. Just for the fuck of it. You know what I'm saying? See how my day feel. But it ain't feel no different. It ain't feel no change. You understand me? What up, POP? Holding it down. What's good, bro? So yeah, it was that. So I enjoyed my little few seconds of just doing what the fuck I usually do. Be on the hustle, on the move. What up, Cap? What's happening? Good seeing you, bro. So I want to start off this post by giving a big thank you to y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? I be thanking y'all a lot on this channel, man, for certain things. And I don't always know why I be thanking y'all. And then I sometimes will come back and be like, yeah, I was thanking y'all for the right reason. Yo, well, this time I know why I'm thanking y'all. Just to update on a couple things, right? I want to thank all of y'all who responded to my video on Mark Jabben. He's the white supremacist terrorist who killed our brother Kevin Battle in Fort Worth, my home city. Rest in power to that man. And peace to the heart of his woman and his child to be, all of that. Everybody going through it. Everybody sad, you understand? I wish them the best. The best to all of them. You know what I'm saying? My strength go out to them. But I want to just say, just a few days ago, about almost 4-5 days ago, it's been a while, it's been a little bit, that his case was finally upgraded to a murder charge. They finally indicted him on murder, right? Finally hit him with the necessary charges. Remember, that was the case that I was exposing where he was lying, trying to pretend that Kevin Battle crossed into his home, crossed his threshold into his home and all this, and there's a reason why he shot him and all this. It was a case out here where they didn't even open up a case on it. Didn't even open up a case. For those of you who remember some of the shock or don't remember the shock behind it, I'm letting you know the shock, right? So we got to banging on the DA out here. I got to putting up my videos. A couple of other community activists started posting and speaking about it, getting the word out about what's happening and about how atrocious it was that it was being handled that way. And in my update video to my first post on it, I let y'all know that the DA finally got word to the family that the forensics and everything came back and showed that Kevin Battle did not enter this man's home. And like I said, it was just the white supremacists. They were so quick to act to free the guy. They didn't even wait for the fucking forensics to come down the pipes. You understand? They didn't even wait for the forensics to come down and say something different. So that's the business. Now the dude, he's in court, and hopefully they're going to bring that race soldier who investigated, who opened the investigation. They had a few of them that investigated, the on-the-scene investigators, to bring their motherfucking ass to court too. That's what I'm looking at too. Like, they the motherfuckers that lied for Mark Jabben and sided with his account of the story, which I showed y'all in the pictures. I showed you in the pictures. It defies all forensics for that crime scene to be that clean as it was. For that crime scene to be that monitored, roped off, clean, motherfucker. How is it a real crime scene like this and y'all, his whole house is spotless? You understand? They let the dude back from questioning within hours. So I'm assuming he went back to his house within hours. A couple hours. He was back at the spot chilling. Within hours of killing a person with no forensic study. You understand? So they botched this whole investigation from the onset, in my opinion. And shot themselves in the foot from the onset. They're going to have to answer for that shit. Because a lot about that crime scene would have been compromised if had they not, since they played it how they played it, is what I'm saying, right? Who else? The Fort Worth police spokesperson. They dumbass went on the news lying, purposely weighing the story in favor of Mark Jabben. You understand? Because we all know white supremacists, they get on code. He hid behind that old white male lie, the oldest white male lie in the book, framing it as if Jabben was defending himself from a Negro assailant, protecting his home front from a Negro, right? That shit goes all the way back to the end of slavery, right? At the end of slavery came all of this psychology being sold to white society of now black people are going to be out to get white people and kill white people because they're free now, right? It's that sort of thing. Black violence on the white home front was the thing being promoted now that we weren't their economic prisoners and objects of their torture. And it's still a part of white supremacist code today, which is why they still target black people and still have those designs on us now, which is why we always got to be on the offensive, always got to be on the defensive, always got to be on the swivel with these motherfuckers. It ain't no fucking joke. So these race soldiers, they've passed down that type of heirloom in their psychology and how they police. And using that notion of black people attacking the white home front as a news blip now. They use that shit as a news blip now in response to some white person bringing disrespect and attack or harm to black people. All the little media outlets, I remember this shit. If y'all was perusing through the media during that time, I'm sure y'all might remember that shit. All the little outlets. What was they saying? Oh, they was trying to make it seem like Kevin Battle was attacking him and then he shot. You know what I'm saying? Right off the bat, they all got on motherfucking code. I know y'all remember that shit, right? And they didn't care what the facts was. They didn't care what the forensics had to say. They was too focused on doing what? What I say we got to do. Taint the jury pool, sway the minds of the public. They were trying to sway the minds of suspect white supremacist viewers, in their case. Because them motherfuckers, what? They just looking for a blip. They're looking for a blip, something quick, something fast food to get, blip, whatever the blip is. They're looking to take it and run with it and get online and troll about it to people, right? That's what they're looking for, right? And it's fucked up that they had the race soldiers take on the case to digest in this case as far as what happened. But it didn't work this time. It did not work. So now the shit is in court. His next hearing is on the 12th of this coming month, I believe. This month, rather. I believe it's the 12th. Yeah, the 12th of this month. And again, I want to thank all y'all for helping out. I put up that change.org link for all of y'all that clicked on that link. I got the screen saved. I might just give y'all something free about my store, man, just for the fuck of it, man. That shit is real to me, man, because that was a big help. Yo, G, man, what up, big dog? What up to you, man? Saying, like, that was a big help, man. Like, just from my seat, man, I felt like we made a change, man. We made a change. We made that shit get to court, I think. I think that we helped on that shit, right? Everybody who signed that petition, myself included, I think we all had a hand in that. That shit make me feel motivated to do this shit even harder. Because we seeing a difference be made. That's the only reason I do this shit. I want to see something different happen. You understand? So I want to thank everybody who signed that petition. Everybody who asked me to resend the link because the first link didn't post right. Niche Pendam, Moni Love, I think Still Learning jumped on it too. I got the screenshot. I can pull it up. I want to thank all y'all, man. That shit is real to me, man. I really appreciate that. We really moved motherfuckers behind that shit. We really pushed the world to do what the fuck we want to have done. That shit is motivating like a motherfucker. I love to see that shit. You understand? So I want to first start by thanking y'all on that shit. Right? Second thing I want to discuss. Oh yeah, and don't let me forget too. I need to make a note to holler at some of the family members close to the case right now, Kevin Battle case, and see what's up with that lawyer situation. I know I explained in that probably both of my videos. I explained that the family's looking for a lawyer. I want to see what's up. How's that going? I want to keep my eyes on the progress of that. So I'm gonna see what's up. That was a video. My Mark Jabben videos, they didn't get a lot of views. Understand that. They didn't get a lot of views, but motherfuckers made moves. You understand? That's all I'm looking at. Okay? So I want to see what's up with that. I might hit y'all with another update on that case once this case keep going, because I don't see nobody else in black media really following this case as hard as I am. It's in my home city, so I'm of course going to jump on it. You know what I'm saying? So, but it made international news, so it's that, right? Next thing I want to talk about right fast, I want to give an update on the Michael Drejka case. This is a case that kind of slipped under the radar over the past week. It's been busy. It's been shit been happening, but ain't nobody been keeping up with certain things. So I figure if since this is a case I brought to everybody, I want to show motherfuckers what it is. It made international news, so it ain't some old obscure shit, right? Alright, this is the case where that white supremacist male out there in Florida was harassing the brother Marquise McLaughlin. If y'all remember this case. Michael Drejka was his name. Let me pull up the facts on it. What up, Black Man 903? What's good, bro? Good seeing y'all. Yo, Cap say Texas has altered the gun laws to benefit the fragile supremacists after their recent domestic terrorist attack. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into what Texas is doing. I touched on that a little bit in my Twitter. I got on it a little bit, but we're going to look at a few things. Remember this face, he looks scared as fuck now. It's him. He looks scared. This is Michael Drejka, right? White supremacist. Shout out brother Marquise McLaughlin out there in Florida. And y'all remember the story. His girlfriend was parked like in a handicap spot out in front of a convenience store in the car. And this dude, Drejka, he starts harassing her at the car while McLaughlin is inside of the store, right? The brother, he comes out. He pushes the motherfucker away from her and away from the car. And then he starts backing away from the dude. If y'all saw the video, remember the video, right? And this dude, while he's on the ground, he aims upward and he shoots him. While he's on the ground, like he kind of struggles with himself to get the gun out. Like he gets pushed to the ground, thoroughly on the floor. And then he's like waffling and flailing like a fish out of water and shit. Trying to grab his gun like, motherfucker, yo, you need to get you a better fucking way to access your gun if you doing all of this wriggling and, you know what I mean, worming about your shit. Like, come on, man. What the fuck you doing, man? Motherfucker already reached on your ass if that was what was happening. You know what I'm saying? But he doing all of this, struggling with himself to get the gun. And he shoots the brother. And the whole thing was, you know, the white supremacists came yelling about, oh, well, it's Florida. It was stand your ground. This is a stand your ground state. Oh, he stood his ground, right? And at first, y'all remember the DA out there wasn't trying to lay down no charges. Wasn't going to charge him. They actually let him go. Like here in the Mark Jabben case, let him go. But enough outcry from the public, enough hands and feet rain down on the motherfuckers out there. And I got good news for y'all. They finally got the shit to court. They finally indicted his ass for murder. All right? And it was just so much negative evidence against this guy. And shout out to the prosecution on that shit. You know what I mean? Never thought I'd say shit like that. Shout out to the prosecution, right? Man. Yo, shout out to the prosecution for really digging on behalf of McLaughlin's family. That's real shit. They finally got his ass for murder, right? This was just last week. Nobody touched on it, so I just want to keep y'all aware. You on my channel, I'm going to keep you aware of certain shit, just so y'all can know it. This is good news, though. Know that. This is good news. This motherfucker Drejka, he's fucking notorious for walking the block, fucking with people, baiting people into conflicts in the area. He's like known for doing this shit. All he does is bait people into conflicts to where he can blast his gun on people and all that type of shit, right? That was the word on the street, that he was a serial baiter. All right? And we just got to realize, you know, the dominant society, that's the kind of time that they on with us. That's what they on with us. They don't got a lot of time on the earth left as a group. They feel that it's black people's fault that they exist, that they are even a part of the sentient gene pool. It's our fault that we're the framework for all sentient beings. It's our fault that they have to be genetically grafted into that. They feel fucked up about it. They going through this white decline shit, you know what I mean? They feel like all that shit is our fault. They don't want to pit stop at no other group really to fuck with but us, right? It's a badge for them to fuck with us before they go out, is what's happening. And we got to be king to that shit. That's their code before they go out. If we can't live on Earth, we can't make it on Earth, and our genetics are struggling, while the damn black folk, they're just goddamn chosen by the universe. They're chosen to exist through whatever conditions the universe go through. We hate that shit. We're mad, right? They're mad about that shit. They want to be violent towards us because of that shit. Right? So, you know, understand. That's just it's a real anxiety that they feel, man. Motherfucker, like, they're at a place where there's nothing that they can use in their arsenal to even address these challenges that they face. Like, they can't high IQ their way out of this shit. They can't propaganda their way out of this shit. The motherfuckers is getting wiped off for real, right? And as an attempt to alleviate that shit, they try to aggress us. But that type of anxiety, it don't never go away. Motherfucker turn on the TV, what do they see? See some mixed baby walking around, some mixed black mix. Oh, then all them feelings start welling up. All that black hate just started welling up again, right? Motherfucker see a commercial for motherfucker, yo, you got melanoma, up. All them feelings start welling up again. Hating black, you see what I'm saying? They don't get no escape from this shit, man. So that's what they do, man. They're in a system that kind of supports what they do violently. Whatever they do violently in this white supremacist regime, so then they cash in on that shit. That's how they moving. Right? But back to Drejka, man. You know what I'm saying? We talked about him shooting his brother McLaughlin while on the ground. And finally got charged with murder. And what caught his ass up was at his interrogation, right? So in the video, it clearly shows McLaughlin pushed the dude. He back up. And then the dude starts fumbling and bumbling for his strap. He fumbling and bumbling to get his gun out, whatever. And then he shoots him, right? But in the interrogation, what'd he say? He say, oh, he pushed me. And then he kept coming toward me. And then I shot him. That's why they caught his ass, because they caught him lying. They caught him saying he kept coming toward me. He stuck to that. All right, and I posted that video of his interrogation on my Twitter. I'm not gonna play it today. Y'all follow me on Twitter if y'all want to see that type of shit. P still DGAF. P STILL DGAF. Check me out on Twitter if y'all want to see that type of shit, right? But yeah, they caught his ass up. So they was like, well, the video, he wasn't coming towards you. Understand? So that's what happens. In law, when you backing up from somebody, if somebody backing up from you in law, that means that they're no longer a threat. That's what caught his ass up. Right? So that's the whole thing. He reacted like a coward. He got embarrassed. Motherfucker, he got embarrassed because he got pushed. So all that, he responded to a push with a bullet. I always say that about this case. He responded to a push with a bullet. That's some coward ass shit. Like, motherfucker, you don't want to squab? You don't want to squab, though? You know what I'm saying? White dudes will never be tough to me if all they can do is run to a gun. You'll never be tough to me, motherfucker. Anybody can run to a gun, motherfucker, but you don't want to squab? You can't squab, though, bitch. You can't fight, though, nigga. You a hoe. You a hoe. You know what I'm saying? In any world I'm in, I don't give a fuck how many guns you got. Or you can't squab, you got a big beer belly, and you can't even move around. You can't joke, you can't throw one, you can't, you know what I'm saying? You a bitch. Motherfucker, I'm gonna lay you out with my hands, man. I'm gonna hurt you, you know what I'm saying? That's how I think. Like, motherfucker, you a bitch. You're not a man for real. You are a man that needs some sort of amalgamation to you to make you something other than what you fuck is without that shit, right? Motherfucker, you a bitch, right? And don't make me pick up my steel neither, motherfucker, because I'm good with that shit too. I'm nice on mine. So what? Been nice for a long ass time. Who the fuck you talking to? Is what I also say in my mind too. But all of that went into him wriggling, getting his gun. He was embarrassed the whole time. He crying, he mad, he sad, all of this shit, right? He a bitch to the heart, man. And I'ma always say he a bitch to the heart. And RIP to the man McLaughlin. He stood his ground up against a bitch motherfucker. You understand? Little punk motherfucker, man. So that's what it is. He a fucking weenie. Hold up, man. I know the chat hopping and skipping and jumping. Yo, Plum J say gun represents white boy's manhood. Yep, it represents the pinky dink. Real life. It represents the little pinky dink that they got because they don't got no real penis. They got the pinky dink. This is just what the hoes say. I'm just saying what the hoes be talking about. You know what I mean? Got the little pinky dink, man. So then they try to aggress out of that and try to duress out of that. Fuck boys, man. That shit on somewhere, man. Black Man 903 say the white boy had a gun when he fought that girl in Deep Ellum. Yeah, you talking about Sheffield? Yep. His spunky ass. Working at the high and tight, right? Yep. His bitch ass. Against a girl. Fighting against a girl, dog. You beating up on a girl, man. And you got a strap for a girl, man. You can't even... No, I ain't finna talk about it, man. I ain't even finna talk about it, man, because... Come on, man. They've shown what level of vibration they sync up with. It's not a man vibration. It's a weenie vibration. They little weenies, man, with little pinky dinks. You know what I'm saying? And the world see that they walking around with this chutzpah about what they gotta go get. I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna go get my gun. I gotta go get my gun. You got this false courage about what you finna go get. Alright. Word, you finna go get. Alright. So we ain't laughing about that. That's what we come to my channel to laugh about. I don't know what the mood or the tone that gets set on everybody else's channel, but come to my channel, we gonna talk about all kind of shit. We gonna talk about what the fuck that shit is for real, man. Let motherfuckers know the deal, man. Let motherfuckers know, man. You understand? I'm just saying. And yeah, somebody brought this up earlier, man. We talking about old dude, motherfucker that shot up shit. Did I put him in the, I didn't put him in the thumbnail, but I want to talk about this Seth Ator who shot up Odessa, Texas a few days ago. This shit made global news. For those of you that don't know, white male in his 30s. That seems to be the running description that we see all the time. It seems to be. We're going to kind of get into that profile, you understand? white male in his 30s, went on a highway rampage, shooting up people, shooting at houses, shooting at everything, because he ain't like what happened at a traffic stop. He got pulled over for not having a correct signal. He didn't signal when he got over or something like that. Cops pulled him over. And he goes into white supremacist mode, white supremacist terrorist mode. I don't have to listen to police mode. I'm going to shoot the police mode. That's their mode they go into. I'm going to aggress the police. That's the mode these white supremacist terrorists go into, right? But for all we know, it's just your workaday. For all we know, you're a white-skinned individual, right? But he go into shoot at the motherfucking cops. Yo, he wounded a cop on the scene. They don't talk a lot about the cop, but the cop that pulled him over, he wounded him. He shot him, right? It wasn't no easy stop. He shot the fucking cop. And then pulled off and took him on a couple hours chase through the fucking city. A couple of cities. Midland, Odessa area. Shooting shit up. Shooting motherfuckers. Random. They say random. I still want to see how random it was. I want to get a whole victim list and I'll let y'all know how random it was. I'm still trying to figure that out. Right? But one of the issues that people are talking about and started talking about early in this case, in this instance right here, was the inactivity against these type of rampages on the public being committed by, they don't want to say who, right? They don't want to put labels to it. But in black media, once you cross over into our threshold, once you cross our little boundary line, our property line, you already know we're going to start calling out motherfucking names and pointing at motherfuckers' addresses on the fucking map. It's that type of shit, right? We're going to do all that. Yeah. But they're not talking about, the characters behind it in particular and profiling it. That's what I want to get to on this particular lecture. CNN, they came out talking about, kind of leaning to the question of what did the governor do against white supremacist shooters or against shooters like this that we had a couple fucking weeks back. Like we just had the shooting in El Paso out here, right? Like what did the governor do since then? And Governor Abbott, Greg Abbott, I did a post about him with his sexting laws and all that shit. You can watch what I think about him. But he kind of been campaigning and yapping on about background checks, right? How the background checks need to be better. Background check, all this shit. This is what y'all probably been hearing all day. Y'all gonna hear for the rest of the week up and through the elections. Y'all gonna be hearing background checks, right? Y'all gonna be hearing that shit, right? Just so y'all can be prepared. And motherfucker don't talk about the fact that this guy, Ator, he failed a background check. He failed his background check, right? And he still got a gun. Just stick with me on this shit. He failed a background check and still got a motherfucking gun. Okay? That's glaring standout issue number one with this whole thing, right? He failed the background check. All they gonna be talking about is background checks, but he failed the background check and still got the gun. So follow that trail. Follow where I'm gonna take this. So the motherfucking elephant in the room, and all these motherfuckers talking about background check. We're gonna use the background check to profile a shooter. You're gonna use a background check to profile a shooter, a background check to get a gun as a way to profile a fucking mass shooter. And y'all ignoring the motherfucking elephant in the goddamn room. What's the elephant in the room, y'all? I know y'all know. Shit, y'all, if you're on my channel, I know you know. What's the elephant in the room that they're ignoring? Trying to use a background check as a way to profile a mass murdering person. A background check for a gun. What's the elephant in the room? The elephant in the room is that these shooters are white males. In general. That's what we're going to talk about. We're not going to talk about no background check for a way to get a gun. We're not going to do it like that. What kind of profile is being maintained against the white males who use white privilege to get guns? Greg Abbott ain't talking about that. He ain't talking about that shit. That's what zero of these outlets are talking about, as a matter of fact. Whiteness getting allowance to guns, and whiteness getting allowance in the gun buying industry. Background checks or no. Public sale of a gun or private sale of a gun. You understand? They're showing that they're on team white supremacy. All the motherfucking outlets, all these news outlets, they're showing they're on team white supremacy too by hiding the elephant in the room. They're showing they're on team white supremacy. Understand? And now one of these outlets, I'm sure y'all heard this shit like early, I'm sure y'all noticed these motherfuckers talking about, oh, we don't want to release the name of the shooter. We don't want to release the name of the Odessa shooter. We don't want to give him any notoriety. Well, first of all, the motherfucker dead, first of all. What kind of notoriety is a dead motherfucker going to carry? What kind of charge he going to carry in the street? Motherfucker, you dead, motherfucker. First of all, he dead. Second off, all the other people who would do some shit like this, you release their names, no problem. Think about it. Think of all the motherfuckers that's been killing motherfuckers over the past 30 days. What happened? All of them got their name released. Cancius, Pat Cancius, Connor Betts, Leggin. All these motherfuckers got their names released. All of them, y'all see that shit? No problem. These motherfuckers get their names put on the slate. The issue is, it's the sheer number of white males killing people. That's what's off the charts, and that's what has embarrassed white supremacist society and white supremacist media so to where they say, well, hold up, let's just stop putting names out now. That's where we are now. That's what we've reached. All right? It's so embarrassing now, let's not tell names. Motherfucker, please. Please. They don't want the white male to be looked at as the prototype for these kind of shootings. Cut and motherfucking dry. Cut and motherfucking dry. After the shooting in El Paso, Governor Abbott, he said he started this domestic terrorist task force. All right? Meant to address these white supremacist gangs and all this. I put that up on my Twitter as well. Check me out. Peace still don't give a fuck. But he started that shit meant to address white supremacist gangs. Because all these dudes, you know, for these previous shootings have had these white supremacist manifestos. Right? And outside of, you know, them vomiting the white supremacist rhetoric, I guess that's like what tipped them off. Like, hey, we need to make a white supremacist task force. They're vomiting all this white supremacist rhetoric, but okay, but there's other things that you need to there's glaring things you need to throw on top of it, Abbott, while you're playing, since you're playing, right? My question is, what specific profile is going to be done on white males? What specific profile is going to be done on white males? given that with, let's say, this task force or anybody's white supremacist task force out there, any state, anywhere, anybody that got a white supremacist gang task force, they're gonna need another motherfucking task force strictly for white males. A white male task force. That's what we're dealing with. Because as it stands, white males are the prototype for this type of shit. They are a protected class in America, and their dirt goes under the radar, or it gets underplayed in lieu of non-white people and non-white groups. We've talked about the white male being a protected class of male. Over and consistently, the white male as a prototype for dirt gets cast aside due to them being a protected class primarily. They're a protected class first before they're known as a class that does dirt. It's just the fucking, what do we say, the outgrowth of just many years of them being put up on this fucking pedestal for no fucking reason. To try to sell themselves to the world. They're constantly pedestaling themselves, constantly having to sell themselves. Sell. Whiteness is this, whiteness is that, white. While we just be. And motherfuckers can see who the fuck we G. It ain't shit, right? But it's that, right? And whenever they do shit like, whenever they do shit like shoot up mass groups of people, that's what I want to get at. Whenever they do shit like shoot up random motherfuckers or mass groups of people or whatever the fuck it is, man, like, what happened? They dirt get pushed under the radar. You understand? Or the energy that should be put behind them, it get diverted to other groups, namely black people, namely us. We're namely the scapegoats, right? They want to try to protect the fake image of white normalcy and goodness that I talk about on this channel. They've been suited with the notion of normalcy and goodness in a white supremacist regime, right? So they try to divert it to us if there's some bad shit going on, right? Namely, black people are the scapegoats they try to find. I'm saying Harvey Weinstein, his bitch ass, right? What they do? They found a black man from 40-something, 50 years ago. You know what I mean? Bill Cosby. They found his cases up from 40, 50 years ago to try to cover up Harvey's dirt. 15, 20 years, fresh, new dirt. Right? What else is some other cases where they try to throw motherfucking Epstein? Motherfucking Epstein, right? He stayed catching cases with the hoes and with underage people. He stayed getting caught up in shit. Right? Hold up. Yo, Zaire say uppercut the like button, family. Yeah, y'all do that. Do that shit. I mean, Zaire also say they'll never sell out their fragility. Yeah, word. That's something that they on, man. They on that goofy shit. P, you know they're gonna label you as BIE, yo motherfuckers. Yo, they don't know what they want to do with that BIE shit. Black Man 903. You know, the FBI came out a week before they put out their recent report off in Newsweek talking about BIE is more dangerous than Al-Qaeda or more of a threat than white supremacists and Al-Qaeda. A week before that, or a couple of weeks before that, they put out a post saying, we're going to stop using BIE because so many people came down on them saying that's some fake ass shit. And they said, we're going to stop using BIE. I didn't tell y'all that. But they came out and said, no, we're not even going to use BIE no more. Then they conveniently pulled it out after whichever one of these white mass shooter motherfuckers, I think it was the Cancius guy or somewhere in between the Cancius guy and Connor Banks. They pulled the BIE shit out again. So I told y'all, they're going to pull that shit out whenever they want to as a way to divert away from white dirt. All right? So they don't know what they want to do with BIE. Fuck them. Fuck them. Anybody talking about anybody black is BIE, motherfucker, prove it, motherfucker. Find me a BIE headquarters, nigga. Find me a BIE treehouse, nigga. You gonna find shit. You don't know shit about shit, man. Y'all made it up. I showed in my video on BIE, I showed y'all how they made it up, what it was based in, all based in fraudulent shit. Come on, man. It's like whatever, man. Whatever, man. They don't move me over here, man. They don't move you, boy P. Straight up, man. What? I'm saying. Oh, shout out to Joy Mayhew for the $4.99 don't know. Shout out to Joy Mayhew for the $4.99 don't know. Can't say never done me nothing. Can't say never done me nothing, Joy Mayhew. Thank you. I appreciate that, Joy Mayhew. Good looking now. Solid. That's solid. Appreciate it. Thank you. But what? I was just giving examples of motherfuckers that is white and do dirt. Then they go find somebody black to try to cover the shit up to give the white people soft padding, right? Motherfucker, who I said Epstein. I was trying to get into Epstein. Who did they use in front of Epstein? R. Kelly. They used R. Kelly in front of Epstein, right? Until his case got so hot he killed himself, whatever, right? What else? It's always some shit. They always got some shit going. Who's another motherfucking face they want to throw up and try to paint a black face on the shit? You know, one thing I always say, and I put up a post about a week or so on my Twitter about this. They stay trying to make black people the face of homophobia. Y'all check this shit. Check this shit too, though. Right? They stay trying to run that black folk are the face of homophobia, right? But I put up a post about a week and a half ago showing all these white supremacist groups and white supremacist gangs globally, all these white supremacist groups and gangs globally that are violently homophobic, but they want to talk about black people, they want to point out one or two black people. Nah, you understand? When somebody say black people are the face of homo or black people are more homophobic, all y'all got to do is just mention any of these white supremacist gangs, any of them, from any country. It'll show you who is the vehement, violent, anti-homo person on earth. It's them. They got big ass gangs that go in crusade, and it's in their bylaws to be anti-homophobic, right? Don't let them try to throw our face in front of that shit. Motherfucker, it's y'all. You understand? It's white people. This is what's going on. But they want to try to make a black face and try to divert. That's what I'm saying. Just keep your mind attuned to the shit. Be in sync with the shit. Holler at me on my channel. I'm saying y'all can be in sync with your boy. It's all good. I'm going to kick shit, right? But I'm saying it's that bullfuck. We need to just know they on that bullshit, right? Don't sleep. That's all I'm saying. All right? They want to make up outright lies about us, is my point. While white perpetrators are sitting right under their motherfucking noses. And I'm not going to let them do that without pushback. You going to point at us, you going to point at our open car door, I'm going to slam your fucking finger in the fucking car. Hey, look at those black folks, look at them black. I'm going to slam your shit in our fucking car door, bitch. You shouldn't be pointing at our motherfucking car, bitch. That's what you get, bitch. Don't do it again. Now your finger fucked up. Now your finger hanging off, bitch. Now you got to get a new nail, bitch. That's what we doing on my channel, man. That's how we kicking it. Understand? We know they try to paint one black face. They try to paint one or two or single or two or three black faces on top of all of the countless genres of dirt that they do. I can go on forever. If they could get one black face to be the face of a particular brand of dirt, that's good enough for the whole white, that's good enough for the whole genre of dirt, or whatever the fuck that genre of dirt is, whatever kind of dirt it is. They could get one black face on it, that's good enough. They're gonna ignore all the white perpetrators and just constantly plaster the black genre, the black face on all the shit. It's the black mother, old black. That's how they gonna do. You know what I'm saying? That's what they about, right? That's what they pulling. But back to motherfucking Abbott, man. Governor Abbott. I don't want to go too off. This motherfucker, he speaks of this white supremacist gang profiling thing, right? And look, people can be in a gang and hide it. And people can be in a gang and not hide it. So how effective is it going to be? Right? Like I said, we have workaday white supremacists in this bitch. We got workaday white supremacists who act on coded ways that enable them to smile and be around people and just blend in, right? Fall into the mix, right? So what kind of dig is this profiling task force gonna do into the workaday white supremacists? You know what I'm saying? That's very critical, because to only focus on one little strand, you're looking at gangs or whatever, you're looking at the idiots on 8chan and all this shit who post up manifestos, who just bring it to you like that and just, here you go, my manifesto right here on the damn internet. Like, you talking about them goofy motherfuckers. That's one breed of goofy motherfucker, right? But you got so many other people, man. You got the white supremacist gangs that are on that Southern Poverty Law Center list, for whatever that's worth. Southern Poverty Law Center, right? You got these race soldiering ass police who have infiltrated the police, who have infiltrated the branches of law enforcement, right? And they in that bitch repping for white supremacist gangs in that bitch. You got Latinos that are a part of their anti-black factions melded in with the law enforcement of the United States, right? Just put that shit together, man. What kind of reach is that gonna have? Is Governor Abbott gonna cover those people? Is a part of my question, right? Like, what the fuck are you talking about, right? What are you trying to really cover, right? But I want to see a bead on the workaday white supremacists, because that's what this motherfucker was, man. We can't ignore this dude out in Odessa. That's what he was. He was the workaday white supremacist. He was a fucking trucker. A fucking trucker who got fired from a job or some shit. Motherfucker, and he had a little bit of a record over some bullshit, misdemeanors and some stupid ass shit. What'd he get? They got his ass on some shit like trespassing and goofy ass trespassing ass shit, right? And then some other shit like evading the police type shit, right? But the workaday white supremacists, yo, that's the motherfucker that, in my eyes, it adds a confusion to the hunt for white supremacists. If this is what this whole thing is about, if this is what this whole task force is about, if we're looking for a prototype, you know what I mean? If we're looking for a prototype, the workaday white supremacists who can get fired from a trucking job and shit, and then go on a rampage, you know what I'm saying? You missed them motherfuckers, man. They've basically scrubbed the internet of his like personal life. I haven't been able to pull up anything about his personal life. Like, I haven't been able to get on his Twitter feed, Instagram, no shit like that, Facebook, no shit like that. Maybe somebody caught some shit. Maybe somebody is able to, pull out a little snip, catch a screen. Yeah. But it's like, yeah, motherfucker, like, these workaday types, they do fit a prototype. They fit a prototype, right? They do fit a particular type of prototype. If you want to look at it, there are white males. Well, this particular character, he was a white male. This workaday shooter. He's a white male. I won't even just say him. We'll just talk about the white supremacists in general that Abbott's trying to go after. What's their prototype, man? They are usually white males. We're talking about white supremacists. That means white is a characteristic. Motherfuckers they have a tendency to be aggressive toward police and adverse to law, adverse to federal agents, right? This is shit we've talked about before. We was on Twitter a few days back, like, maybe about 4 days ago, going in on these new faces from 8chan who have come over to Twitter now. They finally started flooding Twitter with these 8chan motherfuckers who've come to troll. So if y'all get any 8chan trolls, y'all just go ahead and just delete the feed, delete them, block them, save little screenshots for your leisure, for your receipt game or whatever, but block them so you don't have to be dealing with their presence in your day, in your mental flow, right? But they on that. These 8channers, they here on Twitter right now, posting all these long anti-federal agent diatribes, right? That's 100% white supremacist gang talk. Remember I talked to y'all about the 3%ers, and we know that's the Proud Boys, all these motherfuckers. They be on some shit like, kill the feds, shoot the feds. You want to try to take our guns? We're going to shoot the feds. That's them, right? So the white supremacist gangs, they got a prototype. This motherfucker, Ator, he obviously is the motherfucker that'll up it on the cops. What? He fucking shot the motherfucker, man. Like, before he pulled off, he shot him. Right? Like, okay? He wasn't playing. So I'm just saying, like, we can't downplay the lens that we keep on those kind of people, because them type of motherfuckers will turn into the mass shooters, man. They turn to the mass shooters like this motherfucker out here in Odessa. That fit that profile. White, hate the cops. Shit, they willing to up it on the cops. They willing to shoot anybody else. If they're willing to blast a fucking cop in the head, they willing to shoot anybody. Trust and believe that. Fucker, it's like, oh, they say, see the cop. What's the cop? Bitch. It's like, it's a knee-jerk reaction for you to up it on the feds like that. Word, you understand? That's what they doing. Straight up. With no pause, huh? All right? So, just think about that shit. If somebody is, really trying to do intelligence on these motherfuckers, on these white males who are doing these shootings, because we've come to that conclusion on this channel. We talking about white males, right? It ain't just white supremacist gangs. Nah. It ain't just white supremacist gangs, white supremacist groups, motherfuckers with manifestos. No, we talking about white males. Okay? So we really start trying to, if we really call them trying to make a database or some shit, like they're trying to make a database, I guess, of seeing what their history about. These motherfuckers got a history of evading arrest. This one motherfucker we talking about. Just think about it. He got a history of evading arrest. So he's running from the law. I mean, that's a glaring sign of affronting the law enforcement. Put this in your damn little group, Abbott, or you need to start another group. You need to start one just for workaday white males. You need to have a task force for the workaday white male and see if they have a history of ducking the cops. See if they on some shit, like truly on some fuck the law shit. Because if they on some fuck the law shit, they will kill cops. And if they will kill cops, they'll kill standers by. All right? You know what I'm saying? Put that shit together. I'm just trying to think of the profile that needs to be done on a workaday white supremacist, because their profile is the ignored profile by virtue of white males being the protected class in a white supremacist regime, and by virtue of the white woman being a protected class in a white supremacist regime. That's my point. The only way to prevent these motherfuckers that we've been seeing, these mass shooters going wild, or I should say the only way they're going to be handled in a wise manner, is for the dominant society to start seriously profiling the white protected class as a group. That's what needs to happen. Yo, G-Man, yo, G-Man say, I think his trespass was for threatening a taco with a refill or with a rifle in her own yard. I think that's what he's trying to say. Yes, I think it was AR-15. Okay, so he was trying to say rifle. Yes, I think it was an AR-15. You talking about what he did his rampage with? They say it was I don't know. I want to go to the screen where I can see the whole tweet where it came from. You talking about what he did the shooting with, black man? Yo, they say he did the shooting with an AR style rifle. Man, that can mean anything to these white dudes nowadays. These motherfuckers is building guns, man. They building guns. And they going to the metalsmith and building guns, man. It's different out here in Texas, man. Motherfuckers is on some wild shit out here. They building guns. They going to the metalsmith and building guns. Like metal shop. You fuck with metal shop and shit. If you ever had metal shop, motherfucker, this is what they doing. So like I said, man, you know, we got to profile this working day white supremacist motherfucker. Don't let nobody hit y'all with that gun law talk. They're going to be inundating and ad nauseum sickening motherfuckers with that shit over the next few months. They're going to be talking about gun law, gun law, gun law. And I know y'all don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear it neither. Motherfucker, start profiling these Joe Blow working day white protected class individuals. That's how it need to go. Because if somebody can use their whiteness as a way to get a gun, motherfucker, then a background check ain't shit. None of this gun law shit you talking, it don't mean shit. They just use whiteness and say, hey, you on cold white dude with giving white people guns? Hell yeah, I'm on cold with giving white people guns. I don't care what type of background they got. Hey, you want a gun, nigga? Here it go. Oh, wigger, rather. You want a gun, wigger? Here it go. You white motherfucker, you want a gun? You white? You white? All right, here you go. You know what I mean? Stash that. It's real easy. You don't even, you know what I'm saying? So they not serious. They ain't trying to address the underworld. Then they ain't serious. Period. I don't want to hear shit. And you got all these reports of the police talking about, oh, this is something we thought would never happen out here. We just thought it would never happen, motherfucker. That's because you haven't been putting thought into who's actually doing this shit. Who's putting these happenings into motion and really gave it a serious hand. So Abbott putting up this talk about this fucking task force. Stop it. Kill that shit. Kill it. They actually had their first meeting for their little task force on Friday. That was the day before this motherfucking mass shooting happened. They had their little first meeting the day before. And then the next day, white dude on it. White dude on violence again. White dude on mass shooting again, right? And he ain't in no white supremacist gang. So it just basically invalidated the purpose of his whole damn task force. Right? Hey. So, you need to get whole brand new criteria, Abbott. Yeah, man. I want to know what kind of criteria are you going to be honing in on now, Abbott? Looking at this situation, since he ain't no white supremacist, from what we know. From what we know. You're a working day white supremacist terrorist, I would assume. He thinks whites are supreme to the extent that he can do acts that display his supremacy and make demonstration of his supremacy, like wanton violence on massive groups. He feels supreme enough to do shit like that. So I'm going to put him in that white supremacist terrorist category. What you going to do to profile motherfuckers that don't got manifestos? Abbott. Motherfuckers that's just got fired from their job type shit. Just got fired from their job as a trucker. What you going to do to touch that? Alright, this motherfucker. You ain't touching on the various breeds of white supremacist terrorists out there, is my point. This motherfucker, he made this law, sexting law. We got on that shit a few days ago. We made this dumbass law talking about you can't have a dick print Black men out there, you can't come to Texas and have a dick print and it be caught on camera. If you got a dick print caught on camera, and that could be anywhere, it could be in a store, probably, see, he ain't even really say. If it's being sent over the radio waves, known as the internet, it's criminalized. I could be in the store with my dick print out in the store. They could be sending that feed somewhere. I'm a criminal because of that. You understand? This is how fucking dumb they are when they think of laws. They only think about their little pinky dink and the envious nature that they have for a black penis, that they don't have a black dick, so they get mad and legislate out of that. If you was thinking about dick pics, your ass should have been thinking about some shit like this, motherfucker. Dumb motherfucker. You understand? That's all I'm saying. And you ain't put forth the slightest profile mechanism in this sort of grain, in this sort of way of approaching these types of incidences that we talking about, right? One last thing I want to say, y'all, is y'all see this little feed that came across? I think the Atlanta Black Star put this out, talking about the mother of one of these victims from this mass shooting, a mammy, a black mammy, a Christian, a mammy Christian, sitting up talking about she forgive the shooter. Forgive the shooter who killed her son. Her son was Army vet, ex-Army vet. I guess you can't be an ex-Army vet. You're an Army vet or you're not. Army vet. You can pull his face up. There we go. Cameron Brown and his mama named Mary Brown. A Christian who forgiven a motherfucker who killed her son. She forgive a motherfucker who killed her son, y'all. A motherfucker who dead, who didn't even ask to be forgiven. She just giving out forgiveness everywhere. She just don't give a fuck. Everybody get forgiven. Fucking with her. Dumb shit, right? And I put up a tweet talking about, you notice how the reporters, because there have been several reports of this, they bigging her up on various reports. You understand? Various reports talking about, she says she still forgave him. She forgave him. Right? But these are interviewers. This is an interviewer asking her this question of, do she forgive this person? And then she responding, right? It's either that or she just came out of her brain saying it. But notice another person that got blasted was this Latino postal worker. I think she's a Latino. Her name has a Latino ring to it. I forget her last name. She was a postal worker that he kidnapped her car. He blasted her and then he kidnapped her car. He took her car and then he finished the rest of his rampage in her car. Her postal worker, little federal car or whatever. Key in forgive and then her name in Google and you'll see it'll say missing forgive, missing forgive, missing forgive. She ain't forgiven. Her family ain't forgiving. Ain't no reporter prompting her and asking her no shit like, do you forgive? You know what I'm saying? They kind of expect black people to just take the rest that we're getting, take us being killed, and kind of expect us just to say, oh, we forgive. Like just a knee-jerk forgiveness. Where the fuck do that come from? That's some slave-ass shit. Motherfucker, if a motherfucker kill me, I don't give a fuck, man. Yo, if a motherfucker kill me and my family get wind of it, whether they living or dying, my family, they gonna get on the mic and say some real crazy shit. They gonna be like, man, yeah, we want that motherfucker child dead. We want that motherfucker wife dead. We want that motherfucker grandmama dead. We want to kill everybody near that motherfucker because hurt people, motherfucker. And we hurting, we sad. And we want that motherfucker, if everybody around the motherfucker dead, even though they dead. Or if they dead, or they not dead, yo, fuck them. We want them dead right now. Kill them. My family not gonna play. They're not finna get up there talking about, oh man, we forgive them. How you forgive a motherfucker that kill your family? Where that come from? Where that come from? What type of mammy slave shit is that? We're not responding to that type of shit like that. We're not doing that in the 2K19, man. We're not playing that, man. I wish motherfuckers would get on code and rise to the tempo of what we kicking, man, because them type of motherfuckers, yo, they gotta go to the wayside, man. That's just something that's just gotta come down the pipe sooner than later, man. Like these type of weak responses to aggressors. I don't understand that shit, man. Where the fuck that come from? Where the fuck that come from, man? Put a microphone in my face. Somebody killed one of mine. I want his mama dead. I want his sister dead. I want his child dead. I want random violence on people in his family until I feel satisfied. Is there any more questions? Put a camera in my face. This is what I'm going to say. I'm not forgiving nobody, man. I'm an Aries, man. So like I said, you know, we good for holding grudges, man. We are the best grudge holders. Don't nobody hold a grudge like us. We'll hold a grudge until you die. And it don't even matter. It don't even fucking matter. We'll just hold a grudge and hold a grudge. We'll take it to our grave and then come back and hold the same grudge and keep it up. Motherfucker, what's popping, bitch? What's happening around this fuck? For real, you know? This is what we doing. You know what I mean? We coming back again for combat, bitch. What's up, bitch? It ain't over, bitch. You know what I mean? That's how we move, right? So I'm just trying to consider, like, what? What? That don't make sense. I just want to say that. Like, the Latinos, they wasn't trying to prompt them. The media, they be on white supremacist slick code. Trying to prompt the motherfucker, so do you forgive him? I'm sure they was asking the bitch, like, so do you forgive? For them to even have that notion that a black person is even supposed to be up for that type of shit. After some shit like that happened, that just shows that they all on code. They want us to take this type of shit lying down. You're a nigger. You getting murdered is supposed to be something where you just take it. You supposed to just take it, nigger. This is how they think, right? Fuck that, though. Fuck out of here with that shit, though. That's all I'm saying. Fuck out of here with that shit, though. Man, I see people in the comments. Yo, Black Man 903 say, don't let these politicians fool you. He had 1,000 rounds of ammo. Well, 22 bullets come in 550 per box. So if I gave 2 boxes, I have what? You gotta pick up the Little Woman Fam BRB. Okay, that's probably messing somebody up. And you you the best P, crack me up. Shout out to Andrew Jones. What up, Jones? What up, bro? Yeah. So that's what we kicking, y'all. Hope y'all all had a good break and everything. I hope I hit y'all with enough good news so y'all could be like, yeah, that's some good news, man. We got some good news. You know what I'm saying? On tackling white supremacy and handling it with a hand of justice. That shit feel good. It feel right. Alright? So again, once again, thank y'all to all of y'all who put in on that Mark Jabben change.org. We got that motherfucker. He ain't in a cell right now. I'm the one that say I don't wish jail on my worst enemy. But he going around killing people in my city. And they letting his ass go. And he white. And he kept blasting motherfuckers. Yo, he shot his bitch in the back. He shot her in the shoulder. He pistol whipped the bitch. Hit her with the gun like 2 times. Then he shot her in her shoulder and shit. Still walking around free. Still making bail. Still just like it ain't shit out here. Yeah? Alright. So everybody that jumped on that change.org, man, thank y'all, man. It made me feel like it's some hand of justice that we can see flipped in this bitch. It feel good to be flipping that hand like that. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know when I'm dropping and all of this. Don't forget to check out my Teespring. That shit, what it is. I'm be getting at y'all probably tomorrow. Got some more things I need to get on since we took Monday off. But y'all know Tuesdays is my day. Tuesdays is a good day for everybody. But I'm going to jump on tomorrow. See what's up. Got some things I want to get across to y'all. So, expect that. Let me get it, y'all.